Yeah,
No,
Casey just did a cool thing too.
Yeah, I could have rolled a
we're
17 and we wouldn't even know. We are back. Yay.
Yay.
We're back?
Hi, Casey. We'll tell you what did you miss? Who's in chat that can tell us what we missed?
Yeah, it's kind of a when did we go offline?
Hey Jay, you still around? What just happened?
Yeah, Jay, maybe Sphinx.
You
I
guys
love
tell
forcing my friend Ryan to tell me what happened.
Tech be whack, yeah.
Navigate back to the channel and following so many channels. Where is it? Sorry. Let's just keep going.
Yeah. Just a quick recap in case it was just like a couple minute thing. So I just used one of my tech moves to customize the tracker to add a self-destruct, a timed self-destruct, and and tap into the tracking capabilities of it.
All right. Yay. That is all done, and Augustus Zircon, Zircon, you did a thing with Augustus. Was there anything you wanted to get up to?
Yeah, I would like to assess if there was anything cool that might have survived the armor explosion.
Well, her armor and the dart launcher are gone because they exploded. But her sniper rifle is still there.
I will take that.
Are the spiders still there?
The spiders are
Like
the
parts of
scraps.
them?
I mean, the scraps are.
Can I take their scraps and add it to my gear? I want to have. Okay, can I fuck with them?
We still
Here's
have
how-
one spider, don't we?
Oh yeah, is mine alive?
It is just sort of standing there.
Great. I look at it and I go, okay, we're gonna name you Casey. You're good at naming people. I'm about to say something that's about our backstory and that I remember about us. And I go, you're good at naming things. What do you want to name? I know you like naming things, unlike me. So what do you want to name our new friend? Oh, you're muted, babe.
Okay, there was this really cool comic from like the mid 2010s that was a Spider-Man comic, and in it there was a mech spider, and it was called SP//DR, so spider.
Oh, cool. Okay, I'd like to, and I also would like to do like, I don't know, maybe log into it and make it the new owner me. Just so I can like cut off, the person's obviously dead, but I would like to make sure that they can't track through this thing. Maybe Casey can help me on the gear level and try to make sure that happens, because I don't want them to track us, but it would be nice to have an ally. It's a little tech arachnid.
If I can pop it open real quick, I might be able to look if there's like a physical tracking device.
Yeah, and I would like to look if there's an online tracking device. Should I log into it or?
You can pop it open, and you see there is no tracking device physically. Taking a look inside. It's very easy. You don't have to make a roll for this. It's very easy to like sift through the. Now there's no danger around you. It's very easy to sift through all of this and see that if ever there was a tracking component, the person who would be tracking these is dead.
Great.
Question.
Answer.
So I don't know why I signpost that. If there's time, would you let me go over the footage I've captured with my eyes during the party and see if there's because it was when we did the system change, so it's all a bit iffy what I did or didn't capture, to see if I can find any embarrassing sort of, when the video pauses in the worst possible spot of any gods. And if I can't find that, if I manage to record anything of like what I saw with Sky, because that was extraordinary.
Oh no, that's funny. You can definitely do that.
And I want to start to circulate those things.
Good.
What if you circulated the whole, Zeus murdering?
Oh, that's. I think they know that. I think that would more go, hey, we're super powerful. And I don't want to make them look good.
That's true.
I'm trying to show the things they wouldn't want people to see normally.
Yeah, you have some video of Heracles, drunkenly stumbling onto stage and sort of taking over Zeus's speech.
Do you have anyone picking their nose?
Anyone picking their nose?
Rowan, tell me if the gods are picking their nose. Rowan, you have to tell me. She was, Zircon was backstage for a bit. She could have seen something.
Unfortunately, there is
I was
no
only
video
there for
of,
like very little.
Unfortunately, there's no video of an Olympian picking their nose.
Damn. I'm sorry I'm doing so many things, but I really want to make sure that Spider will be helpful to me. I would like to use a gear to have a thing that I put on top of things like that. I assume that in Casey's and I work, we come across a lot of things that we just adopt, and then Casey forces me to keep it and then name it, and we have these random things that I have like powered down. It's probably how we got the dog. Honestly, we probably stole this dog. I would like to have like some sort of machine where I can like push it on there, so then I would be able to, without using like a synth roll or something, to be able to control it, so I don't have to log into it every single time I want to make it do what I tell it to do.
Okay, sure.
Okay. I'm gonna call it Name Machine. That's what we use. Name
it. So L will come over to you, Celeste, and ask, where are we going now?
Great question. Hey, squad, where are we going?
Well, I figure we could all use a little rest. I have another place, maybe about an hour's or so walk from here.
We probably shouldn't wait here as well. Are we in the sewer, or are we about to go to the
Oh
sewer?
yeah, we're hella in the sewer.
All right, cool. Yeah. Resting here is fine.
If we're in the sewer right now, there was one last thing I wanted to do topside.
What is that?
I'm taking, the Olympian's bounty on me as kind of a burn notice. So, on the charred remains of our short-lived friend, I will leave my calling card, which is a laminated Queen of Hearts.
Very good.
I figure we could step out to my other place and, at the very least, get a little rest, a little food before we figure out what we want to do next. Unless anyone has better ideas.
I would like to assess the situation. And I would like to use my cyber ears to be listening for anything. Because it's echoey. So I would like to be boopity boopity.
You're pretty, and right now there is no danger.
Okay. Resty time.
Are you resting in the sewers or in Cato's secondary?
I was saying we should go to my other place and rest.
If that's cool with everyone else.
We need to figure out what we're doing about contact.
Contact?
Well, we were meant to report back, and there's now notifications everywhere that we succeeded in stealing something.
Well, I guess then they know. So that's good. But we're not... so they know we've done it. We haven't gotten back contact with them, so that's probably suspicious as hell.
Yeah.
I look at Elle. We can't. I take Elle's hand. We can't give her to them, right? We've decided that, right?
Elle, has anyone explained the situation to you fully?
I think we did when we first saved her, maybe.
I'm not sure how.
I think you were just like, "Hey, we're here to help you." I don't think you
Right,
sat
that's
down and
true.
was like,
Yeah.
Maybe it's best
yeah.
if she doesn't know too much, though.
You explained that someone hired you to take something from Zeus, and that it turned out to be them, and that you were getting her out of there.
We should explain
And
everything.
that was enough for her. I will say, to the point of reporting back into your contact, you do remember that when you were given the job, you were told that you would be contacted by someone once you had retrieved the item.
Okay.
And that has not happened.
All right.
That should have happened at this point, but it has not happened.
Okay.
That could be good that we haven't been in contact with them, that they haven't hit us up. Maybe they're dead.
I do think we should explain the full situation to her.
if you're insisting on treating her like some kind of rescued confidant, I think she does deserve to know the full extent of her predicament. We may have a bit of a buffer as far as reaching back out to our contacts, given that the entire world is now nipping at our heels. They may be amenable to us taking a small bit longer to respond than they would like.
Okay, I'll sign to her the full story.
I mean, she can hear, can't she?
Oh yeah, she can. Forget.
Yeah. She can hear.
And I'll tell her everything. It would take too long to sum up everything, so I'm not going to give you the full monologue.
No, you're good. If you're watching this episode, I hope you know what's happened so far. If not, there's probably a lot of confusing shit going on right now.
I hope you do.
All the VODs are archived on the Chromatic Chimera YouTube page. Anyways.
Well, that's the situation we're in. I thought it fair that you would have a say in all of this.
She'll turn to Celeste and sign. So you don't really know who hired you?
No, we don't. I obviously say, I think when I do this, the L voice, I do a voice because I think I want to differentiate when I'm talking and when L's talking. The voice is something like much nicer and sweeter than mine.
We're not really sure, no.
Do you have an inkling?
No, I have.
Where did you come from?
Please don't say something annoying like my mother.
Well, I was in there for a long time, but before that, I was friends. She like pauses and goes, "Interesting. I knew some of the Olympians a long time ago, and we were trying to figure out, how to make people better, points to like some of your cyberware, and So we did some experiments on ourselves, and I don't know why, but my body just wouldn't really take to it super well. And they decided that that meant I was good for something else. I don't know the full story. I was never as scientifically minded as them.
How did you meet the Olympians and get close to them?
I knew them before they were important.
That means you must be really old. Holy shit, you do not look that old. Fucking.
Well,
It must be hilarious having this conversation because I have to tell everyone what she's saying and then keep talking and then read what she's saying and then say it and then also answer.
so let's doing a lot of work right now. Well, I've been frozen for a long time.
Did you have any people, like family, friends, before, other than the Olympians?
Yes. They won't be around anymore, though.
You could still find out their descendants, maybe. This is really depressing. What should we do?
Well, like,
Is there
just taps you on the shoulder to have you, like, turn back to her and signs, I can hear you.
I know, it's just really, I don't know what to do. It's so sad. This is just a really sad. I thought I was sad, and then I met you, and Jesus Christ, is this sad?
Okay, so here's the thing. We don't know this guy that we're bringing you back to. When we signed up for this job, we thought that you were a literal key. And you're very clearly a person. So I think we should leave the choice up to you. Do you want to go see these people or do you want to run?
They did say something about once they had the key, everything would change. We all worried about them becoming people of power, but they assured us that they wouldn't. And we all thought they were telling probably the truth.
Where would we run to? From what I understand, they're kind of in charge of everything.
But they weren't always. And that's something none of us knew. Now they don't have you.
Well, do you know when someone would be due for a new body? Who's the next person?
I don't. I wouldn't know. I'm sorry. It's all
No,
like.
it's okay.
Now I wish I had figured that out. Fuck me, I was in the system. I should have. It's not your fault, it's my fault. I was in the system, I should have gotten it. I'm sorry, Elle.
We don't know how long they'll live if they can't jump into a new clone.
And obviously, they can be killed. I gesture wildly to the up. And actually, I gesture wildly to, I guess this is stuff which has been stolen. So, there is a chance. Maybe.
I mean, if so, that alone could be enough to bring about change, just very slowly.
I mean, with Augustus's aim, not as slowly as we think.
I mean, nothing is certain save for death and taxes, so I suppose it's just a matter of if you think you've got the moxie to accelerate their departure from the mortal plane, or if you intend to scurry about these sewers and the tap until such a time arrives. Now, may I suggest a third option, which is continue hiding and running, whatever works best for you, until whomever is playing the board exhaust each other.
Right. Clearly somebody is making a move for the Olympians. So,
I know some of us might have some high and mighty ideals about revolution and making the world a better place, but if I, personally speaking, were to sink such a large amount of resources and take such a big gamble, I'd be looking to win the whole pot. And I'm going to be very leery of anyone holding that pot and saying that they're going to go around distributing it.
Yeah.
Now, if this all goes to hell, I'm not terribly worried. Long as there's two people left on the planet, someone is going to want someone dead. So I'll continue to be in business.
Revolution is a pretty massive thing.
but it does give us opportunity to hide. Or at least if we can't hide, because there's a lot of us, hiding one person is a lot easier than hiding, quickly counting us 6 people.
I look at Elle for a long time and I go, okay, there was a reason besides the fact that the things didn't work on you to give you power, that they kept you around prior to the whole thing. You must have something. Why were you special? Why did they pick you? Why were they friends with you? I don't want to be a dick, but you seem pretty normal.
I don't know the full science behind it. That's not really my forte.
Not science, just social. How did you meet them? Why would they pick you out of the crowd of friends?
It weren't important until this happened. She's the source of their power.
We were all just people.
If I may interject, I think you're focusing a bit too much on her as a person and not the more material qualities.
Like what?
She may just be a convenient donor.
But then it could have been anyone. Why her?
Why haven't they cloned you?
Holy shit, what if they did?
Well, if they did clone her, then they wouldn't be this worried about her going missing.
Exactly.
Unless there's some maybe degradation that happens as the cloning process goes. You've seen all the hollow vids. You know, you can clone the original, but if you start cloning the clones, well, then you get some nasty variations in the gene pool.
If you could properly copy a key, you don't need the original anymore.
I mean, that's not true. We still use our home key. Casey and I have like copies of each other.
But you don't need them. The metaphor stands.
It does, but I'm just saying.
Just because you pack rats doesn't mean anyway.
Pack rats? You have like... I'm not going to get into your hideout and how clean it is. Okay? Freaking this.
Probably
you can do a...
Miss Celeste, a hideout is not supposed to be creature comforts. That's why it's a hideout and not a home.
There's no... All hideouts can be homes. It's just the same thing. There's
anyhow, we are here.
Yeah, so what... So us walking in the sewer. Okay... Okay, we have the options. Should we bring it to a vote?
Well, I'm not really okay with sending you, pointing to Elle, somewhere against your will, so I don't know. For me, I value what you want to do first. If you have a preference for where you want to go, or what you like, if you feel like you want to trust this Brius guy, then who are we to stop you?
I mentioned Brius is the guy, remember, from earlier. Got it. True. Cool. I barely follow
Dirty
the
shirt
story.
man. I will just remind y'all, the Brius is rather inconsequential. He's just a broker.
Right.
We have to worry about a mystery employer.
Right. And the question of should we hide or should we attack is more of the question than should we give her up.
Right.
And if we hide, how long? We're not exactly, as seen 5 seconds ago, besides you and me, Casey, the most comfortable team of friends and pals. So it's not like we're all ride or dies out here. I assume that spending more than a day or two together, we'll probably have each other at our throats before the gods even get here.
Elle will sign. I don't know how much I want to trust anyone outside of you five, especially if you don't really know anything about them.
Well, I guess that settles it then. We're not going back to our employers.
I mean, we could, just without her. Try to get some information about what they exactly are trying to do. Maybe
Yeah, some of you are more sociable. It could work.
meet the man, woman in charge, whomever.
Creature, person.
We convinced him that she did a runner.
I don't know how much they'll believe that, but we could. I'm sure they have ways of finding out the truth.
Maybe some of us go in, some of us hang back, try to get some Casey and I can get some intel on the computer. If we meet them at a neutral place, it won't work. Maybe we persuade them that since we're on the run, we can't just go out on the street and we need to meet at their place because it would be more secure. It would be easier for me to jack in.
We were going to be meeting at their place anyway.
They haven't made contact yet.
That's suspicious as hell.
There's several concerning options.
We don't have to
That they
decide
can't. That they never plan to.
Yeah, I'm starting to worry that all they wanted was to get Elle away from the Olympians. And they didn't really care about getting her themselves.
I know that the main media channels are in lockdown, so to speak, because Zeus is throwing a tantrum.
Yes.
But I assume there's underground, like mass community as well.
I'm to
Have a look at that and sort of keep an eye on if there seems to be anything that's brewing, or
Okay.